So gorgeous. Alright guys, we came inside the first building here just to try to pull our cameras out, and then we discussed it for a second and kind of came to the conclusion that when we're walking around outside, there's nothing that we can do about getting so much snow on said cameras right now, on the lenses, that we're just going to use our action cams for a little bit. So hopefully this can suffice for a little while until we get into some of the cooler parts. But just wanted to come over here, take a look at the snow. And then if you look up, you can see the stained glass kind of reflecting up there. It's so beautiful here. Ow, thorns! This is so ambient.
Are we going in here?
No.
Oh, sorry.
What do you think of this so far?
Insane. I mean, I'm standing in the middle of America's worst winter storm, probably in 10 years, and they're saying you can't drive. They're saying pack up all your supplies for your house. What did we do? We went to the bando.
Does it get better than this? I don't think it does.
Maybe if the snow wasn't blowing in my eye.
I think you look good though.
Thanks, man.
Let's keep going.
I'm down.
Let's explore. So all of this was burned like 10 years ago or something. There was two pretty big fires here. So that's why the interior of all these buildings here is just completely destroyed. But this is where it's going to really come out and look like Hogwarts. This is insane. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going up here to see if the swing is still there. People have birthday parties here, and this is the birthday room up here. And this is the first area where we can actually kind of see inside, and it's a little bit nicer in some of the halls. Some nice decay. So we'll take a quick peek in here, and we'll put the camera away while I climb up all this. Yep. So I'm gonna put the camera away as I climb up all this, then proceed to fall. See you guys in a minute. We have to be so careful with everything that we step on. Wow. Huh? I don't want to say it would collapse, but like, I don't want to step on a nail that I can't see, you know? Holy moly. So beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna get closer, and then I looked down, and I'm going to just not get any closer.
My hair.
What about it?
It's frozen, bro.
Frozen?
Yeah.
Dude, look at that. That just looks, I don't even know what a word for it would be. Amazing, incredible. Still rocking the action cam for right now, guys. Just wanted to peek through here real quick. You can't really go much further if I remember correctly this way. Yeah, beautiful though. You can see up as well. And the stained glass through there too. All right, we're gonna come back up out of here, try to make our way down into that little door over there, because I don't quite remember what's over there. So we gotta be really careful about this, because we don't want to step on nails or anything, and there's quite a few of those. Just watch your step, bro. Like, really watch your step. What? Yeah, just in case you fall. Yeah.
You don't gotta feel. I've been about my
No, he's had a couple of falls, guys, so.
Avalanche right here.
Here, wait, try to, because there's still half of it there. Actually, that's not going to go
I
anywhere.
put my hand and it completely slid. I got the GoPro. I'll give it to Luke.
Yeah, I do kind of want to throw that in there if possible, if we remember. Hold on. It's literally like a Gothic castle.
And then look at GP Urbex just hitting the nay-nay. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, that's going in. That's going in. That's just crazy. So, basically, we're gonna like kind of go up the grates on the side over here. So we can go up this, but we're gonna not, because there's really no point, because we're gonna get better views, and that would just be a roof view up there. So we're gonna kind of just continue on going that way. So kind of just like a little cool shortcut, I guess you could say. Great. So we did all that for nothing, but it's okay, because that's what urbex half is. Ugh. So now this is where Luke Explores is gonna be careful, because I am really, I'm really good on my feet, but I do have some really weird falls sometimes.
I might just sit on my ass.
That's what I did. So this is where we were just looking into, and we're basically just gonna wrap around here, if I can try and show, and push that way. I'm literally falling over as I'm speaking. Oh great, thorns. These jackets do a pretty good job at repelling the thorns. Pants, not so much. Wow.
nuts.
Look behind you.
Holy moinkies. That's insane.
I kind of managed to get myself stuck here.
Sorry, I'm throwing down his bad.
No, you're good. I don't really know. I think I had to go this way. Oh my jeez. Oh, now I wish I had, ow, the ones in my face. Snow pants. Ow. Damn. All worth it for this though. So you want to know what's really super interesting? That, I'm pretty sure, is what we were looking down, dude.
Oh, 100%.
When we were on the other side. Pretty sure that's the same hall, which is ridiculous. All fire damage and just decay over time. Mostly fire damage. Oh, ow. So you're gonna have to watch your step though on some of these stairs. They are not the greatest stairs.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Oh wow. Yeah, so this is new. This is one of the community sections. I don't think that this has been here like this for very long. There's one on the other wing. This is lovely. Look at this. Guys, I think it's only right that we just say that this is the charity episode now, because what the hell is this? And that's exactly what makes a chair look explorers worthy. So everyone, say hello to the charity episode.
As we make our way up to the roof, already we got a great view of the property. Look at this. Oh, chairs set up. Super cool.
So you can see a bunch of the construction equipment out there. Nothing has changed in the 2-3 years that I've been coming here consistently now. I want to be very careful stepping on this. Wow. But I do just want to see out a little better in here. This looks insane. I'm so happy that we came here today. We were just about to head up to the actual roof and I saw all these beer cans here. This is insane. Definitely the community spot, and I guess they must have moved it because like I said, on the other side there's kind of like an identical space. So I'm curious if this is the new spot or if there's just double the space for fun now.
People hanging out here, I guess.
We're getting close to the top. Look how much snow is on the stairs. Oh my gosh. Watch out, dude. We're missing a step.
Oh my god. Looks sketchy, bro.
Holy shit. Oh my gosh. That's insane. We're off the roof now, and we're gonna go head into a couple of buildings that have, well, a roof on them, and hopefully get out of the snow a little bit and see some substance. So I don't know if that's gonna be the morgue yet or this long hallway that we stepped into before, but this is just totally different, completely different look from the first time that I did this. And what's funny is I was actually filming with the action camera at the time. It was the first version of this camera that I had, so still like 2 cameras ago or something like that, but nothing like this. So we're gonna step into all that and then hopefully get some nice detail shots. But just, again, take a look at this. This is just nuts. We look like rangers too, with our outfits on. Like, dude, look at this. This just looks absolutely insane. There's not much I can do about this all fogging up, guys. So you're gonna have to just kind of live with it, I guess. But this is beautiful. Head on in. All right, guys, so we made it in this little building here. We came through here the last time. They were actually doing an Easter egg hunt in here. That's just a long hallway that goes down to a big open part that's just decayed and destroyed. This is all decayed and destroyed until we come on the other side of this wall, and I'll show you a little clip probably in a minute here, but we saw all this last time. Here is the chair, which unfortunately is being tagged up, and the equipment, which is all knocked over back there. It's really not even worth seeing. But this is really technically the first quote-unquote medical stuff of substance, right? And the hospital bed's in there. Honestly, I'll just kind of walk by here and show that while we're doing this. When I came here the first time to film this, and quite a few times after that, I'll actually just pop in here because I'm right here. All of this stuff here, all the equipment there, I think that was like a body mover or something like that. And this as well, they were all set up and they weren't destroyed. So this has all been done within the last year or two pretty much, and that's disappointing. I think there's a light down there as well, but I just want to step over here and just show you this portion because there are a bunch of hospital beds down there, and if I remember correctly, there's a couple of rooms back on this side with vacuum cleaners and washing machines, typewriters, stuff like that. But we're gonna hop out of here. We're not gonna walk down this way because of all the holes in the ground, and there's really just nothing to see. It's all covered in snow. So let's turn out of here, and I think Mr. TP Urbex, it's time to go see the morgue.
Let's go to the morgue. No fall there.
No fall there. Yeah, it's definitely getting colder. I'm excited to go inside and get out of the wind for like more than a few minutes. And the admin building, as long as it's all open as it should be even warmer. But this is going to be pretty much our last view for right now. It's not going to be dark when we come out, I don't think, probably, but this is probably the last time you'll see it probably looking this gorgeous. So feast your eyes.
I didn't know if you were filming or not.
Oh, I am filming. What's up?
Dude, the Ace is probably one of the coolest places I've seen.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it's one of my personal favorites. Like, and we haven't even, this is just the destroyed part. You know what I mean?
You know how excited I was for the morgue.
Yeah.
So that's that building right there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do the morgue dance.
This one right here. I don't know. What's the morgue dance? You show me. What is the morgue dance?
Come on, huh?
So this is where security will drive when they're here on this road. No, it does not. Well, that's boarded.
It's boarded?
Yeah. This isn't gonna be though. Yeah, this isn't. Yeah. This is really difficult. Standing on a cart. Can you actually just hold this for me? The camera.
Is it open?
Yeah, it's on.
It's open though.
Yeah.
Morgue time.
Alright guys, we pulled the normal cameras out now that we're inside of the morgue, and TP is going to get set up over here and film the actual morgue. I'm going to head up and go upstairs first since I've already seen all that, and I'm assuming a lot of you guys probably have seen it too. So let's just go up and get a view of this, especially with the snow, because it's so gorgeous. It's not even funny. It's also getting pretty cold out at the same time. Gonna flick the light on here. Absolutely beautiful. Like, this is just nuts. Were these sliders or something like that? I don't know how this would have worked. That's so cool. Down on the main floor, and let's walk into the actual morgue and autopsy room, or embalming room, I should say. It's a tiny table. You guys have probably seen this a million times. This is the body lift, a scale. Turning to my left, we'll see the actual coolers where the bodies were stored. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 trays left here, and I'm probably not going to pull on these because they're probably going to make, a lot of noise. But this is so sick. And we will turn and walk into here. And this was like the laboratory, if I remember correctly. Yeah. They would test blood and a whole bunch of other things. A bunch of data sheets back there. And if I turn over here, we have this nice little computer set up. This is probably my favorite room in here, believe it or not. That or the upstairs. And you would think, seeing these coolers, that this would be the favorite, but nope. And we're gonna turn to the right and just get one more perspective in here from behind the coolers. Looks like there's a body tray or some kind of bed down there. And that is in pretty rough shape. There's even a door leaning against it. It's not supposed to be there. All right, I think we're all done in the morgue. What do you think, TP?
This one was so cool. I'm a little disappointed that they boarded the windows in here because I was super excited about my pictures. And I'm sure Luke will show you, or if you guys have already seen on Luke's channel, how it looked without the board windows.
Yeah.
But other than that, this was such a cool building. It lived up to its expectations fully.
We're freezing, guys, right now, by the way. It's like...
Yeah, look at my GoPro. It's, this is ice.
Completely frozen.
Completely frozen.
And TP has never explored in conditions like this before, so
Ever.
This is a first. I'll show them just so you guys can get a little visual. These windows did not have boards on them at all just a few months ago, and as you could probably imagine, the natural light was incredible. But we're gonna get out of here now and move on to the next building, so we will see you guys soon. Yeah, you can see, I don't think that there's, like, this is already hard enough to walk through. You would probably get stuck in this if you tried to drive, would be my guess. Yeah, this is the morgue building from this perspective. I don't think that I showed anyone on my channel either last time what this looked like, so.
Is there a guy right there?
Where? Where?
Yeah, there's people right there, bro. Let's go.
They're just exploring.
No, they're not. Are you sure?
Yeah. Guys, I don't really know how to explain what just happened other than a group of, like, 7, 8 people just came out of the building. TP was like, there's a person. I was like, where? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth. And so we're about to turn and go into the admin building. They did say that there was a security car here patrolling earlier, but we don't think that anyone's going to be able to really drive through this at this point. So let's go to admin and move on. But yeah, there's like 8 people over here, and it's absolutely freezing. So let's explore this blizzard. And here is the admin building. Wow. So beautiful. Look behind us too. This is so sick. So sick. Look how thick this trail is, dude. There's no way that they could hike through this. Look, it just got... There's no way that anyone could get through this. But let's go get in a warm building, dude. Let's go get over there. Let me get you getting over this fence because you haven't had the greatest luck with getting over things.
Huh. It's too slippery. Dude, the snow here is crazy.
This is insane. It's getting so deep.
It's at least 2 feet.
My window is over here. Or the window that I was using. Let's see. What if they mean like in the front?
Their footsteps still go.
Yeah, that's true actually. I might as well just follow that. Just look to your left when you come out of there.
Huh?
Just look to your left is where the driving thing is. But I don't really think this is drivable. What do you think?
No.
Oh my god. That's so cool. Look at the grates on the windows up there.
Huh? That's a new camera.
Yeah.
Dude, those are ring cameras.
Where?
Wi-Fi cams up top.
Alright guys, quick update. So the admin entrance is a little bit more complicated than we thought. We can get around the front side, but we're gonna wait until we leave to do that because there are cameras and we just want to be as safe as possible even in the snow. We don't really think anyone is gonna be able to drive back here, and we also know that the security here at Hudson is explorers themselves, so they don't really I guess you could say care too much about people going back here as long as they don't see you. So we are gonna try to pop into really these last 2 or 3 buildings, and they shouldn't take very long. So let's just get inside and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we're kind of going back where we came at this point, which is kind of insane.
This is crazy.
Holy moly. It's getting progressively harder. Yeah. Is this open?
Huh?
I can't tell if this is open or not. Alright guys, we made it inside of the next building, and I can't really remember whether or not I really explored this last time when I came here, so just gonna show a little bit. The snow falling is incredible. It looks wild in here, and I'll step down into here because there's a massive safe over here. And I was saying earlier on when we were walking in that I wanted to see some stuff that last time I didn't get to, well, see. And so this is one of them. Stepping back into this room really quick, there's just a couple of things. Looks like we have an exam chair there, which is pretty cool, and a red couch. But other than that, nothing else here. We're gonna spin back. We're gonna start making our way decently quickly through here. All right, let's push through here and keep this moving. Gonna watch my step here. TP already tripped coming in here. Of course, I did not get it on video, but you'll just have to believe me. Let's check out this exam chair. The one in the other room was white. This one's blue. Looks like the one at Letchworth. Footholds here. I think this was an exam chair for women, if I'm correct about that. And now we'll push back this way. Don't want to step and fall in here. And then whatever's over here is pretty cool. Little space here, and then TP's over there making his way through. So we're gonna spin this way and walk through here next. All right, we can actually go left or right. What's over here? This looks crazy. Dude. I don't want to point my camera at the snow, so we're gonna come down. And wow, look at that roof. That's crazy. Guys, check this out. This is an untouched classroom setup here at Hudson. I've seen photos on Instagram 100 times of this before, but have never laid my own eyes on this. This is crazy. With a little desk and the chalkboard back there, signed by other explorers, and then the wall is just completely blown open, and that is absolutely gorgeous. But just swinging back here for a second, I don't think this was an actual classroom, obviously, just a setup. But this is insane. I've been wanting to see this for so long. Let's keep going. Oh. Yeah, these stairs are beyond suspect. I'm gonna really be careful coming up this. Wow. Oh yeah. We're gonna go this way first. Guys, I think we're about to step into the community fabrics room, or the sewing room. This is the room I've been looking for the last couple of times I've come here and had no luck. But as this brightens up in front of us, because of the windows behind us, we're gonna see all these fabrics and sewing machines come to life. Wow. That's incredible. Look at this old TV. I don't think I've ever seen a TV that looks like that before. And I'll just turn and show you guys the rest of the room. The lighting in here is a little tricky to manage. And now let's peer off to our left here. Wow. Dang. Look at this. And let's step into this room now. This is super cool. I love the way this is set up. Oh wow. Oh, this is incredible. It's a community drawing, a coloring board of Hudson with a whole bunch of stuff behind it. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Fabrics. I don't want to ruin the photo or the painting, so I'm going to try to just stand it back up. But this is incredible. Crayons and everything. I feel like I would mess this up, so we're going to leave this as is. But this is just a find. And of course, there's a chicken, a headless chicken, right behind it. So without further ado, I'll turn back. Let's pick up TP and let's get out of here. Let's move on to the last couple parts of this building, admin, and then we're done. Let's breeze through here. All the hallways off to my left are destroyed, and we have a absolutely awesome looking wheelchair here. But first, and I actually remember this from the first time I explored Hudson, we're gonna peer in here. Everything looks okay until you turn and realize it's absolutely not. We're gonna push through here, get a glimpse of this room. This was, I believe, the library, if I remember. Yeah, there's books behind here, or library of some sorts. whatever you want to call it, community library, I think is fair. But yeah, I'll turn, show you guys this. As per usual, like I've been saying, we saw this in the first go around, but beautiful. During the winter, totally different look. The stained glass up there, and then we'll just kind of come take a very quick look at all these books. There's quite a few of them. Wow. We have to be very careful with what we're stepping on now. I think this board is here for a reason, and looks like we have another community setup up here. I'm not sure I've ever seen this. This looks different. I mean, it's not like super set up, but there's definitely some stuff. And these stained glass windows, well, they're beautiful. That's what they are. Look at that. Alright guys, so the floor is completely collapsed over there. We cannot walk to the other side of the building, meaning we have to go up. It's crazy how snowed in it is, even inside the building. Wow. Holy shit. Watch your footing. I don't even... Oh yeah. Oh, we're not walking across that. There's...
Just when I kept saying this place was getting a little sketchy, they want us to walk over that?
What the hell? Yeah, we're not doing that.
How many floors
In the
is that?
snow?
How many floors is that?
Like 3? This is a really terrible idea in the snow. I would do it otherwise, but this is...
Yeah.
You just hold on the wall, but this is... You're going to slip and fall off. Like, that's a...
Like that's specifically.
Well, here's the thing, guys. Like, we joke and talk about slipping a lot, and like everyone's gonna be like, "Well, just don't slip and fall." This is something that you don't really have a lot of control over. I mean, we're in the middle of an icy snowstorm right now. This is ice on here. One slip and that's 4 stories. I already did 11, so I'm good with that. I don't need to try this one. All right, well, we're not doing that then. I don't know. I don't really care about that one room that much, not gonna lie.
Lunch table. Or lunchroom.
Oh, shoot. Well, I have never seen this in general. That was kind of the point of wanting to come back. Besides the snow. Oh, that's awesome. Well, if for nothing else, I didn't find the one room I was looking for because, well, we don't want to walk over an icy board. But this is sick. Really, the deeper you go, and I emphasize deeper because the upper floors are so much nicer, it really starts to look more like your classic beaten-in asylum or sanitarium down here. It just keeps going, but we're going to just walk this and get out of this building before moving on to the next. Just wanted to see what was on either side. A lot of carts and stuff, but we're going to end there. No. Wow. Yeah, that was definitely the community side, dude. Because I was like, unless there's another side of this building, well, this is it. So either it's just in one of those side rooms, I missed it. It was just a couple of chairs and tables and desks and stuff. But I did find like the other 4 community rooms, including like 2 or 3, which I've never seen in the sewing room. So that's all pretty cool. But we're tired and out of breath, and it's getting hard to step. We're gonna hopefully go to our last building here and get out of here. That one I got. Well, this is where they would have been driving, Seca, so I don't think we need to worry about anything. Yeah, I got caught by maintenance dudes here once.
By who?
Maintenance dudes.
What did you say?
I was in the power plant the last time I was here, actually. And this one dude just walked up. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was just like, "Construction. Like, what are you guys doing?" And I was like, "We're exploring." And he was just like, he turned around and he left.
What the fuck?
I'm not kidding. Okay guys, so we're gonna actually skip the admin building and go ahead and get out of here. I did post this in my old video on YouTube, but basically the kids that were here said that there was a board that was open on the front, and every single one of these is completely sealed. They could have just been lying, but since we've already seen it, we're just gonna kind of skip it. This is the outside. It's absolutely beautiful, but we're not gonna go over there and break anything. This is a literal construction zone, so we're just gonna kind of leave this alone. You see the inside, it's beautiful, it's decayed, but it's empty. This is kind of what we wanted, so we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We've been here for like 4 hours, saw the community rooms, saw both wards, saw the morgue, got the drone footage. TP's first time here, so let's go ahead and get out of here and please get warm. Let's explore, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a good day.